Local people who truly care about that perfect fit and finish. Our windows and patio doors are not only energy efficient, they keep your home quieter and more comfortable, and they are so easy to open, close, and clean. You will feel the difference every day. Please visit our website at rbawyoming.com or give us a call at 307-201-9969. That's 307-201-9969. Renewal by Anderson. Ask about our great financing offers right now.
There's nothing more important than the roof over your head. And when it comes to shingles, ZM Lumber has one of the largest inventories you'll find anywhere. At ZM Lumber, they love Malarkey. Malarkey Legacy and Highlander architectural shingles. You know, you can actually save money on homeowners insurance when you use the Malarkey Legacy Class 4 UL 2218 shingles. Come visit ZM Lumber just north of Case IH, where quality and value still count. ZM Lumber and Home Center. Lumber One since 1971.
Hi, I'm Paul. Isn't it nice when you can keep things simple? Well, now when you switch to Sprint, you can get both an unlimited plan and the all-new Samsung Galaxy S10 included for just $35 per month per line for 5 lines. Plus, Sprint's doing things differently and now offering a new 100% total satisfaction guarantee. I mean, I think Sprint's network and savings are great, but don't just take my word for it. Try it for 30 days, love it, or get your money back. So, why wouldn't you switch to Sprint? An unlimited plan and the Galaxy S10 for just $35 per month with a 100% total satisfaction guarantee. See what I mean? It's that simple. So switch now. Visit your local Sprint store, sprint.com, or call 800-SPRINT-1 today.
30-day guarantee selected solution apply S10 128 gigabyte, $10 a month after 22.50 month credit for 18 months credit apply within 2 bills or cancel early remaining balance due unlimited basic after 9/30/20 pay $32 per month per line without a pay deprioritization during the test 2 coverage and offer not available everywhere. Speed maximums use rules 30 activation fee and restrictions apply.
Be a flu fighter with a free flu shot from Walgreens. It's no cost to you with most insurance. It's quick, easy, with no appointment needed. Plus, it lowers your chances of spreading the flu to the people you care about most. Get your flu shot at Walgreens and get $5 off an eligible purchase of $20 now through November 30th. This is your shot to protect you and the ones you love. Be a flu fighter. Walgreens. Trusted since 1901. Coupon offer not valid in Arkansas, New Jersey, or New York. See coupon for terms and restrictions. Vaccines subject to availability and some restrictions may apply.
It's time for some straight talk. Look, you wouldn't spend more to get the exact same thing, would you? No. So when I tell you that Straight Talk Wireless runs on the same cell towers as the big guys but charges up to half the cost, you see where I'm going with this, right? Get America's best 4G LTE networks for less. The unlimited plan is just $45 a month with 25 gigs at high speeds, then 2G. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
Savings may vary. See straighttalk.com.
Flooding in Nebraska and western Iowa affected thousands of our neighbors, friends, and family. Food Bank for the Heartland has provided more than 570,000 meals to flood victims, but more assistance is still needed. Donate now at foodbankheartland.org.
Please continue to support those still in need. Your assistance is appreciated and continues to help. Donate now at foodbankheartland.org. Thank you.
21st Century Equipment presents Farmer Strong, a benefit concert for Western Nebraska and Eastern Wyoming farmers, starring Ned Ledoux.
A long stretch of highway reaches out across the plains. Forever a cowboy you can find. Forever highway, we've seen it all.
And Chancey Williams and the Younger Brothers Band, Saturday, October 5th at 5 Rocks Amphitheater in Gering.
Wyoming wind. She's getting crazy out of her mind. Cool. God knows it can't.
100% of all ticket sales will go to the Oregon Trail Community Foundation Relief Fund. Show your support to our area farmers by being Farmer Strong with 21st Century Equipment and KNEB. Tickets are on sale now and can be purchased at kneb.com/tickets.
Their record on the year now to 12-5. Gering off a big doubleheader sweep expected at Chase County on the road earlier this week on Tuesday night. Scottsbluff, they're on a mini slide at the moment, having lost 3 straight. The Bearcats lost a doubleheader at home to always tough North Platte on Tuesday night. Those scores were 15-7 and 11-8. This will be the third matchup of the year between the two teams. Scottsbluff won back in late August at home by the final of 9-4, and then this past weekend in the championship game of the Twin Cities Invite, it was Gering winning over at Scottsbluff. That final was 7-4. Scottsbluff lost twice in that tournament, and you had Gering winning all 4 of their games at the Twin Cities Invite last weekend. That was Friday and Saturday at Scottsbluff here at Oregon Trail Park for the 2-day event. Gering again right now with a record of 12-5, and Scottsbluff comes in at 5-7. It's the Platte Valley Company's pregame show right here on KNEB, and we'll talk about some of the key players involved in tonight's matchup when we come back right after this on KNEB.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
At TC and More in Scottsbluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC and More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Chris Cottrell back with you tonight on KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 15, and Mobius Channel 1500 as we get set for round 3 on the softball diamond this year for Scottsbluff and Gering. The two teams split their first 2 matchups. We'll see who comes out on top here with first pitch coming in a few minutes. For Gering this year, Maddie Weiss has been excellent in the circle. She's thrown 74 and 2/3 innings. She's got a fine ERA of 2.25. Weiss has recorded 94 strikeouts and recently set the school record with 14 in a game with the bat. Not too bad either, hitting .455 and tied for the team lead with 20 hits this year. Briley Dean and Kiana Island also sporting averages well over 400. For Scottsbluff on the year, the top arm, that's been Kimber Schallenberger. She's pitched 41 of the 63 innings for the Bearcats, and she's got a 1-3 record. Her ERA a bit more elevated at 6.14. She has 38 strikeouts. Sophomore Brady Lockemer, how about 6.22 for a batting average? That's what she's sporting right now. 5 home runs and 18 RBIs. Scottsbluff with some other standout bats. Taylor Klein hitting .654. Mariah Avila .375 with 3 home runs. And Sasha Paez had a 5 RBI game earlier this week. And right now she's got a batting average of .444. Some of the key names we'll be keeping an eye on here tonight. We'll see who's the difference with Scottsbluff and Gering getting set to get after one another here on the diamond at Oregon Trail Park tonight. A Thursday evening ahead of another big high school football Friday night. Gering plays tomorrow on the road at Hastings. And we've got a start time change for Scottsbluff home for Sterling. That game, due to some possible severe weather in the forecast tomorrow night, later in the evening, has been moved up an hour to 6 o'clock. So 5:30 pregame for both Gering and Hastings and Scottsbluff and Sterling tomorrow night. First pitch getting closer in Gering tonight, and I'll get to starting lineups right after this on KNEB.TV.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scottsbluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout our region as a community hospital, a regional referral center, and a Level 2 trauma center. Thank you for trusting your health care to Regional West Medical Center.
Back on the TV side tonight, TV only here on KNEB at Oregon Trail Park is just a few moments away from first pitch between the Scottsbluff Lady Bearcats and the Gering High Lady Bulldogs. Captains meeting at home plate right now. Head coach Michael Gentry out there with his ladies for Scottsbluff. Tim Gonzalez, the head man, with his top players for Gering tonight. Umpiring crew as well as we get sent to go here with prep softball coverage on KNEB.TV. JV game earlier, Gering won a tight one 10-8, and we're going to be right on time, it looks like, for first pitch. Let's get to starting lineups. Starting lineups brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me. Learn more at wncc.edu. That's Western Nebraska Community College. All right, we will start with the visitors for this evening, Scottsbluff. We mentioned their head coach. That's Michael Gentry, record at 5-7 this year. Alex Jones will hit in the leadoff spot and play right field. Mariah Avila bats second, the center fielder. Brady Lockemer, and that average up over 600, plays short and hits third. Cleanup hitter is Taylor Klein, the second baseman. Maddie Johnson plays third and hits fifth. Kimber Schallenberger in the circle, hitting sixth tonight. Sasha Paez at first base, batting seventh for Scottsbluff. The lower third of the order, Tierney Schlevy, the left fielder. Talera Kinsey, the designated player, will hit ninth. And the catcher and the flex player tonight is Reagan Churchill. That's your starting lineup for Scottsbluff. Brought to you by WNCC. Our Western Nebraska Community College starting lineup for Gering tonight. Their star player, Maddie Weiss, in the circle and the leadoff hitter. Kiana Island, the starting third baseman. She'll hit second. Briley Dean plays center field and bats third. Callista Muir at shortstop in the cleanup spot tonight for head coach Tim Gonzalez and Gering. In the 5-hole, Kelsey Bonsack, the left fielder. Jessica Brown plays second base and hits sixth. Hannah Splatstoser is the catcher. She's hitting seventh this evening. Ashlyn Todd, the designated player, in the 8th spot. And Abigail Brady will play first base and hit ninth. The flex and right fielder will be Macy Schlotthauer. Starting lineups for both these teams, Scottsbluff and Gering, again brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me, and you can learn more, as always, at WNCC.edu. Starting lineups being introduced here at Oregon Trail Park. They just finished up with Scottsbluff. Now the starting lineup for Gering underway with the PA announcer. We'll step away and come back in just a moment. We'll have first pitch shortly for you right here on KNEB.TV.
Hi, I'm Kevin Wick, Assistant Vice President at Platte Valley Bank with your Mortgage Mythbuster of the Week. Some people think that purchasing a home is more expensive than renting. The truth is, with interest rates so low, there has never been a better time to purchase a home, making your monthly mortgage payment lower than a rent payment. The mortgage lenders at Platte Valley Bank are here to help you find the right programs to fit your needs and your budget. Stop in today. No question is too big or too small.
At Platte Valley Bank, we know when you need a loan, time is of the essence. We are locally owned with decisions made right here at the bank. Our lenders are experienced, efficient individuals who are committed to our customers. Our flexible lending policies make it possible to fulfill loan requests, big or small, quickly. Whether you want to purchase a car, home, or even start a business, our committed associates are here to help. Stop into any location today and see what Platte Valley Bank can do for you.
Oregon Trail Park tonight in Gering, the location, as we get set for rivalry softball action between Scottsbluff, the visitors, and the homestanding Gering Bulldogs. It'll be Scottsbluff, of course, at the dish first, and that means we'll get a look at Gering star pitcher Maddie Weiss, who a little over a week or so ago, in talking with Gering head coach Tim Gonzalez, said he would stack Weiss up against some of the best pitchers throughout the state of Nebraska. So we'll get her in the circle here coming up in just a moment. Scottsbluff features a pretty potent lineup at times. They've got some power. Brady Lockemer has hit 5 home runs. Big bats from Taylor Klein and Mariah Avila as well. Alex Jones will be leading things off. So Jones, Avila, Lockemer, the first 3 hitters due tonight for Scottsbluff. Weiss in the circle for Gering. Gering comes in winners of 8 straight games. That includes 4 in a row last weekend at the Twin Cities Invite, played here at Oregon Trail Park and over at the Scottsbluff Complex at SHS. So a 4-0 weekend. Twin City Invites champions. Gering's won 8 straight. Their record is 12-5. Weiss, the lefty, getting some warm-up tosses in. Right now out in the circle. Scottsbluff comes in having dropped 3 straight. Back-to-back, and for their last 5, back-to-back losses to North Platte. Gering in the championship game last Saturday at the Invite here in town. And also in that tournament, they picked up wins over Gothenburg and Burlington, Colorado, and they dropped one to Chadron, their second game on opening day, 13-12 in a barn burner there. They do have 1 win over the Bulldogs this season, 9-4 late August on the 29th. That game was at Scottsbluff. This is the return game for the home and home. And, of course, they had the Gering win over the Cats on Saturday in the championship game. As mentioned a few minutes back on the pregame show, a start time change for high school football tomorrow night with Scottsbluff entertaining Sterling, Colorado. Possibility for some severe weather as the night moves along. That includes some lightning, and that's the last thing anybody wants to get caught up in as far as delays on a Friday night with high school football. So activities director Dave Hawksworth at Scottsbluff has moved the start time up 1 hour. They'll get underway at 6 o'clock tomorrow at Bearcat Stadium. We'll be on the air TV and 101.7 The Trail, our TV radio combo game for the night at 5:30 pregame with opening kickoff at 6 o'clock. Speaking of first pitch, that's brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza at 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff, where it's love at 425 degrees. Dan Marshall and his staff, they do a great job at Papa Murphy's in Scottsbluff. And that first pitch of the night, fouled back and out of play by Alex Jones. We are underway. Jones comes in hitting .385, the lefty. Waits on the pitch, a high fastball from Maddie Weiss. Her opposite number in the circle tonight will be Kimber Schallenberger. The numbers on Weiss, 8-4 record. She's got an ERA of 2.25. She's thrown 74 and 2/3 innings. Struck out 94, and she's walked 22 on the year. Recently set a Gering school record with 14 strikeouts in a game. She's ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jones, who does a nice job to keep the at-bat alive. Fouls one up and out of play over the backstop. And the count at a ball and 2 strikes. We hold tight with that count. Behind the plate for Gering, the battery mate is for Weiss is Hannah Splatstoser. Weiss, the lefty. Looks like she's going to work from near middle, maybe shading the first base side of the pitching rubber. Count 2-2. She steps out of the circle for a moment. Gathers herself and back in. Lefty on lefty. And a fastball a little bit high as Weiss trying to get things dialed in here to start the game out in the top of the first inning. Gering won the junior varsity game. Scoreboard said 10-9. There were some questions here around the dugout if maybe it was, or 10-8. Questions about maybe if the final was maybe 10-9. They were going to check the scorebook. Ground ball from Jones right back to Weiss. And an easy first out of the ball game for Gering. In steps Mariah Avila, having a fine season, is the sophomore. Avila right now on the year, sporting an average of .375. She's homered 3 times and driven driven in 16 runs. Had an outstanding freshman year all the way around in all of her sports. Softball, basketball, and track and field. 1-0 count. Weiss delivers in a swing and a miss from Mariah Avila. Head coach Michael Gentry in the third base box. And the pitch from Weiss, down low in the dirt. And the count, 2 balls and a strike. Chris Cottrell with you from our Logos broadcast location near the first base dugout tonight. Stop into Logos. The guys there will custom design it, print it, have it ready for the game. No job too big or small. That's Logos downtown Gering. Jeremy Dollarhide and his staff will get everything taken care of for you. See Logos in Gering. 3-1 the count as Maddie Weiss works to Mariah Avila. Check swing could not hold, and the count runs full, 3-2. Alex Jones grounded out to Weiss in the circle to start the ball game. The payoff pitch, and Avila behind on the fastball, able to get a piece and foul it back out of play. Count stays 3 balls and 2 strikes. Third baseman Kiana Island in front of the bag at third. There's the first punch out of the night for Avila. For Weiss as Avila goes down swinging. That'll bring up Brady Lockemer. She has been outstanding. Batting average at .622. She's hit 5 long balls, driven in 18, and she's scored 23 runs. And, really has that softball stance. Just looks like a ball player standing in the box. A little bit of a split grip with the hands on the bat. And she looks at ball 1 high. Lockemer as a freshman, voted the Scottsbluff High Female Athlete of the Year last year. Again, her freshman year, taking home that honor. Brady Lockemer. Ahead 2 balls and no strikes. And the pitch from Weiss misses high, 3-0 the count. They've got stud on stud here, Weiss and Brady Lockemer. No score, top of the first inning. 2 down, nobody on for the Bearcats. And that's a called strike. Took a little bit off. Lockemer trying to coax the ball for call out of the home plate umpire to no avail. If Lockemer reaches, Taylor Klein in the on-deck circle. And her average well above 600 on the year. Another change up. And the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Seen a couple of full counts here in this first inning for Weiss. Waits on the sign and the payoff pitch. And that pitch looked high. Instead, a called third strike. A pair of punch-outs, one swinging, one looking here in the first for Weiss. She's off to a fast start. Head coach Michael Gentry kind of gives the side eye to the home plate umpires. He walks back to the home plate dugout after 1/2 inning of play here tonight at Oregon Trail Park. We're scoreless on the West Coast scoreboard.
You can depend on us and all of the affiliates of the Rural Radio Network to give you up-to-the-second coverage on issues related to agriculture. On the air, online, and on your phone. We're advocates for agriculture, along with being broadcast journalists covering the stories and events encompassing the challenges of feeding America and the world in the 21st century. And we're proud to do it for you. The stations of the Rural Radio Network.
On average, a resident of Scottsbluff uses up to 100 gallons of water a day to live, and in July, that number triples, greatly due to landscape watering. To help conserve water, use sustainable landscaping, native plants and grasses that are already adapted.
Temperature here in Gering at Oregon Trail Park, seeing 74 degrees right now as we continue play here in the first inning. One of our proud high school sports sponsors on KNEB is Russell's Automotive. They're your family-owned go-to for all your quality automotive repair needs. Again, that's Russell's Automotive. A 1-2-3 top of the first inning for Gering hurler Maddie Weiss. Got a ground ball back to herself in the circle, and then got Vila swinging and Lockemer looking to finish off a 1-2-3 frame to start the game tonight for the Bulldogs. Kimber Schallenberger gets the start for Scottsbluff. She's thrown 41 of a possible 63 innings on the year for this Lady Bearcats bunch. Schallenberger's ERA a little over 6. She struck out 38 and walked 28 so far this year. So Schallenberger gets the nod as expected tonight for Scottsbluff. Black game jerseys, white game pants. Gering with the black pants and the blue sleeves and shoulder area on the jersey. White, yellow numbers, and letters with some blue trim. High school softball coverage here on KNEB.TV. Quick meeting in the circle comes to a close. The outfielders spread back out to their spots. Defensively, Maddie Johnson at third base, Brady Lockemer at short, Taylor Klein at second, and Sasha Paez rounds out the infield at first. The battery mate for Schallenberger is Reagan Churchill behind the plate. And in the outfield, left to right, it's Schlevy, Avila, and Alex Jones. A 1-0 count to start the ball game on Maddie Weiss. She comes in hitting .455. She's cranked 3 home runs and driven in 10 on the year. Looks at one down low, 2-0 the count. Schallenberger on the edge of the circle now. Steps back to the rubber. Waits on Churchill for the sign. And the pitch from the right-hander. Misses high, ball 3. So both starting pitchers with a feeling out process, trying to dial in the release point, find the strike zone. Saw an early 3-1 count with Weiss dealing to Jones, eventually worked out of it. She ran 3-2 counts on Avila and Lockemer. Now a 3-0 pitch from Schallenberger. That's in for a called strike on Maddie Weiss. Weiss with 7 extra base hits, the 3 homers plus 2 doubles and a pair of triples this year. She scored 12 times, 20 for 44 hits and at-bats. 3-1 count on the lefty swinging Weiss. That is down in the dirt, taken for ball 4. Leadoff runner aboard. Leadoff batter aboard for Gering. And in steps Kiana Island. Island right now has hit 7 homers. And we'll get an early courtesy runner. Gianni Aguilar steps in at first base, replacing Maddie Weiss, the pitcher, a sophomore. So Aguilar runs for Weiss. Island, a big power bat. Right-handed hitter, stands in against Kimber Schallenberger. Third baseman Maddie Johnson plays in front of the bag. And the pitch from Schallenberger. Taken for a called strike, ahead 0-1 in the count. Bottom of the first inning here at Oregon Trail Park tonight. Light starting to take full effect. The sun down, off behind the monument. Island stands in the front of the batter's box. And the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. We're scoreless early. Third matchup of the year between these two teams. Gering won last weekend. Scottsbluff won early in the year, late August. The pitch from Schallenberger, and Island looks at an off-speed pitch, a called third strike, frustrated as she heads to the dugout. Aguilar retreats to first base. That'll bring up Briley Dean. Dean this year, a couple of home runs, hitting .435. Hits out of a little bit of a crouch, leans back in her stance, and fouls one back to the backstop. Paez holds the runner on at first. Get Maddie Johnson well in front of the bag at third base. Outfield fairly straight away, at least at our angle from what it looks like. Briley Dean looks at one outside the zone, a ball and a strike. KNEB.TV coverage tonight. Glad to have you along for high school softball rivalry action from Gering. Schallenberger has walked 28. She issued the early free pass to Weiss. Aguiar, the courtesy runner. And the count now on Dean at a ball and 2 strikes. Scoreless bottom 1. Weiss worked a 1-2-3 top of the first inning with a pair of strikeouts included. And the pitch from Kimber Schallenberger, and that hits Briley Dean in the left thigh. Quick meeting in the circle with the infield and the catcher Churchill. Everyone scatters back to their spots. So I'll bring up Muir, the cleanup hitter. Callista Muir this year is hitting .351, couple of extra base hits. She's driven in 13 runs. Check that, she's driven in 7. Hitting out of the cleanup spot tonight. She's got 2 runners aboard. The pitch from Schallenberger in for a called strike. A 1 count. Runners at first and second. The pitch. Muir hits one high in the air. Out to straightaway center field. Making the play is Mariah Avila. They're going to have a chance at third base. And Maddie Johnson did not apply the tag, as both base runners tag up and move up to second and third. So the fly ball to center field. They appeal at first base to see if the runner left early. No dice. Everyone's safe at second and third. So Muir flies out to semi-deep center field to Mariah Avila, and that leaves the RBI opportunity up to Kelsey Bonsack. Bonsack is hitting .341, chops one foul over near the third base dugout where Gering resides tonight. Head coach Tim Gonzalez in the third base coach's box. Bottom of the first inning. Gering tries to crack the seal on the West Coast scoreboard tonight. Scoreless, 2 outs. Gering with runners at second and third base. The pitch from Schallenberger took a little bit off, and Bonsack well out in front. And the count moves to 0-2. Schallenberger's recorded 1 strikeout so far early in the game to bring her season total to 39. Aguiar at third. And Briley Dean, the runner, at first. Fastball misses high. This would be big for Schallenberger. Strand a couple of runners. Keep Gering off the board in the first and get her and her mates back in the dugout, set to hit with the score. Well, it's still scoreless early tonight. Pitch from Schallenberger, and Bonsack with a big cut, no contact, and the swinging strikeout. So a pair of Ks for Schallenberger. In the bottom of the first inning, Gering strands a pair through 1 inning tonight at Oregon Trail Park in Gering. We stay scoreless on the West Coast scoreboard.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries, and home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Kerr Heilbrunn and find out how you can start saving today. It's just another way. We're here to help life go right.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver and a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today. Plus, all United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flight. Finally, while visiting Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
KNDB.TV high school sports coverage tonight. Softball diamond at Oregon Trail Park with the Gering Bulldogs and the Scottsbluff Bearcats getting together for the third time so far this season. We're scoreless as we start play here in the top of the second inning. Taylor Klein, Maddie Johnston, and Kimber Schallenberger, the three hitters do for Scottsbluff. So far this year for Taylor Klein, hitting .654 is all. Still looking for that first home run. She is a power bat, and she's driven in 11. Stands in the middle of the batter's box, and the right-handed hitter waits on the 1-0 pitch from Maddie Weiss. Popped up to the second baseman. Should be an easy play there, and it is, as Jessica Brown puts it away for the first out in the inning. So Klein retired. Maddie Johnston stands in, hitting .353. She's homered twice and driven in 14 this year. Weiss is retired, the first four hitters of the night. Here's the pitch. After Scottsbluff finished their first time at the plate with a 1-2-3 inning, I heard Michael Gentry, the head coach, saying that's exactly what we want, make her work deep into counts, and not the case with Klein to start this inning. And now Johnston swings through the second pitch of this at-bat. It's a ball and a strike on Maddie Johnston. Weiss has an 8-4 record. The pitch from Weiss, high fastball, and blows it right by Johnston. So let's see what Weiss goes to here on 1-2. And she looks for her third strikeout early in tonight's ball game. Fastball high. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Schallenberger on deck. We're scoreless in the top of the second inning. Prep softball on KNDB.TV, Allo Channel 15, and Mobius Channel 1500. A called third strike as Johnston is the third strikeout victim of the night. For Maddie Weiss, 2 of the 3 have been looking, and now Kimber Schallenberger. She punched out a pair herself in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch from Weiss, fastball, strike 1. Sasha Paez in the on-deck circle waits if Schallenberger can reach. Weiss swing and a miss from Schallenberger. No balls and 2 strikes. Got a big smile on her face. Out in the pitcher's circle right now. Starting to feel it, you can tell just a bit. And a check swing. Could not hold up. Splatstoser drops the third strike, but quick tag, and that'll do it for Schallenberger. So 2 more strikeouts in the second inning for Maddie Weiss. Gives her 4 now on the night. We've played an inning and a half at Oregon Trail Park in Gering. Scottsbluff and the Bulldogs are scoreless on the West Coast scoreboard.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
With warmer weather comes warmer vehicles. Let the professionals at High Tech Automotive help you with your automotive checking, maintenance, and repair so the heat doesn't beat your vehicle. Take your vehicle to High Tech Auto Service between Baumgart's and Frank Parts, 632-2731.
We're scoreless right now on KNEB.TV. Scottsbluff and Gering tonight at Oregon Trail Park. Gering's won 8 straight. Their record 12-5. Scottsbluff 5-7. They've lost 3 straight contests dating back to last weekend. Lost twice at home on Tuesday night here in town to North Platte. Got beat by Gering in the championship game of the Twin Cities Invite last Saturday. Also lost in the Invite early on Friday in their matchup with Shadron. They've struggled with Shadron so far this year. So Kimber Schallenberger will toe the slab once again here in the second. She struck out 2, danced around a little bit of traffic on the base paths, and stranded runners at second and third base. Jessica Brown, Hannah Splatstoser, and Ashlyn Todd, the 3 hitters due up for Gering here in their half of the second. The pitch from Schallenberger, she bounces that one in front of home plate. She struck out 2. She also walked a hitter and hit a batter in the first. 1-0 count on Jessica Brown. Brown this year hitting .214 and looks at one outside the strike zone. The count is 2 balls and no strikes. Schallenberger with the 2-0 pitch. There's a called strike. Scottsbluff will be at the North Platte Classic this weekend. Scottsbluff will be at the Northwest Softball Tournament. It'll be Gering at the North Platte Classic coming up on Saturday. 3-1 count on Jessica Brown. And Schallenberger tries to avoid a second straight leadoff free pass here to open her night in the circle. Schallenberger with the 3-1 pitch, and that hits Brown, so she's walked 1 and hit 2 here early on tonight. Leadoff base runner is Brown. Now Splatstoser the hitter. Splatstoser batting .303 on the air. It's a .327 team batting average for Gering. Scoreless right now, bottom 2. Splatstoser at the dish. Waiting on deck is Ashlyn Todd. Schallenberger pretty deliberate right now in the circle. Works home. There's a ball. Churchill behind the plate as Brown straight off the bag a step or 2. No action there, just a soft toss back to Schallenberger. Churchill behind the dish. Squatson gives the sign to Schallenberger, the pitch. And missing outside, maybe a little bit low as well. 2 balls and no strikes. Bottom 2 here at Oregon Trail Park. We're scoreless. Scottsbluff and Gering. Nobody out, 1 aboard. Brown at first. Maddie Johnston, the third baseman, plays a step or 2 in front of the bag. And now a 2-1 count as Schallenberger tries to work her way back into this at-bat. Sasha Paez, the first baseman, plays near the bag. About even with first at the moment. And the pitch from Schallenberger, popped up foul, out of play over the first base dugout. So 2 balls and 2 strikes our count. Brown, the runner at first, was hit by a pitch to lead this second inning off for Gering. Schallenberger back in the circle. Foul tipped at home plate. Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit offers regularly scheduled, accessible bus service serving communities in the Panhandle Monday through Friday. Reservations are required. You can visit panhandletrails.com or call 761-TRIP. That's Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit. And the 2-2 pitch took a little bit off and misses outside the zone. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So really going to have to come in with a strike right here and live with the results. Already runner aboard with no one out. The hit batter to lead the inning off. And now a 3-2 pitch coming from Schallenberger. And there's a called third strike. We've seen the high strike called. We've seen the low strike called early. So a generous strike zone behind the dish right now for both these starting pitchers as Splatstoser goes down looking. 2 of the 3 strikeouts looking for Schallenberger. And 2 of the 4 Ks for Weiss have been looking. Now Ashlyn Todd stands in. Todd on the year hitting .321. And the pitch from Schallenberger. Todd first pitch swinging back to the backstop. Bottom of the second inning, KDB.TV coverage tonight. Glad you're on board for high school softball from Gering. Todd hits from a slightly closed stance and looks at a ball. We've got that Thursday night NFL game for you tonight, radio-wise, 960, 100.3. Jags and the Titans. Schallenberger, the right-hander, delivers home. Grounder, and that is into right field, a base hit. Coming up, throwing to third, and quickly back to the bag at second is Jessica Brown. So another opportunity for Gering here in the second. That is the first hit of the ball game for either team. Gering's first 3 base runners reach via walk or hit by pitch. So our first hit of the night goes to Ashlyn Todd, and that'll bring up Abigail Brady, the first baseman for the Bulldogs. Runners at first and second with 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. No score. Schallenberger delivers. A first pitch strike. Team ERA for Scottsbluff this year at 6.52. Schallenberger a hair below that at 6.14. She's thrown the bulk of the innings, 41 of 63 and a third. Ball and a strike to count on Abigail Brady. Brown the runner at second. You've got Todd at first. Schallenberger rocks and fires and took quite a bit off on the changeup and missed high. Tim Gonzalez barking directions to his hitter at the plate, Abigail Brady. Todd at first and Brown at second. Brady leans back and looks at one for a called strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count on Abigail Brady. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 aboard, bottom 2. 1 hit between the 2 teams, but some scoring opportunities early for Gering. Can they cash one in? A swing and a miss. Schallenberger racks up her 4th strikeout of the night. 4 of the 5 outs she's recorded have come via the K. And now back to the top in a real tough spot here for Schallenberger with Maddie Weiss, the hitter. Two away, two aboard. Pitch to Weiss, that's strike one. Weiss drew a walk to lead the game off for Gering last inning. Was stranded at third base when Schallenberger got a swinging strikeout of Kelsey Bonsack. Weiss, the left-handed hitter, slightly open stance. Change-up misses high. Ball and a strike to count, 2 outs. Schallenberger escaped danger in the first inning. Left runners at second and third. 2 outs now, and Gering's got him at first and second with Weiss, the hitter. And a fastball misses wide. 0-2 the count. Two-one count, scoreless here in the bottom of the second inning. Schallenberger, little roller to Johnson at third, throws across and high. Paez can't bring it in. 1 run comes in to score. They will wave in the second, and touching home, uncontested, is Brady. So 2 unearned runs on the high throw from Matty Johnston, and an early 2-0 lead. So that'll go E5 as Brown scores and Todd scores. No RBIs on the play for Weiss, but an early 2-0 lead for Gering. Aguiar will pinch run out at second base for Weiss, the pitcher, for the second time tonight. So Gering now with a runner in scoring position. Still 2 outs and a chance for Kiana Island to do some damage. Island a swing and a foul ball out of play. Two nothing lead for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the second inning as they take advantage of a misplay on the throw from third. There's a chopper. Johnson gets another crack at it. This time on the money to Paez. So Gering gets out of it, or Scottsbluff gets out of it, but not until Gering scores twice. They strand a runner to the Bulldogs. We've played 2 tonight here at Oregon Trail Park, and Gering leads Scottsbluff right now 2-0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Fall weather brings new clothing to complement.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries, and home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Kerr Heilbrunn and find out how you can start saving today. It's just another way. We're here to help life go right.
Fall weather brings new clothing to compliments for you and your home. Start with women's fashion from FDJ, Piccadilly, Charlie B, and many more. We have beautiful and original ladies' fashions that appeal to women of all ages and sizes. And remember to complement your outfit with a bag from Vera Bradley. Finally, get your home ready with decor that brings joy to your life. Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Back on KNEB.TV tonight, Allo Channel 15. Glad you're watching there. Maybe Mobius Channel 1500. It's all good there as well. We've got prep softball with Gering on top of Scottsbluff. Bulldogs lead the Bearcats 2-0 as we move things to the top of the third inning. Maddie Weiss in the circle for Gering has retired the first 6 hitters for Scottsbluff so far tonight, and she has struck out 4 of those 6. It'll be Paez, Schleve, and Kinsey. 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup. Sasha Paez hitting .444 so far this year, and looks at a ball. 1-1 the count. Weiss had to work out of a little bit of a control issue in the first inning. Went to a few 3-ball counts, a couple of 3-2 counts mixed in there. But no harm done, and now it looks like she is settled in. 1-2 strikes, the count on Paez, the Scottsbluff first baseman. Paez waits. And missing high, 2 strikes. Tierney Schlevy, a left-handed hitter, waits in the on-deck circle. And the pitch. And Paez looks at one, a little low and outside. 3 strikes. Scottsbluff looking for their first base runner of the night still. Here as we start playing the top of the third. Weiss steps out for a moment. Paez does the same, back in the box, back in the circle. Here we go. And a check swing, and ball 4 issued to Sasha Paez, first base runner of the night for Scottsbluff, a free pass. Download the Elite Physical Therapy KNB Sports app, your go-to app with the latest news and live scores. Plus, you can watch tonight's or any KNB.TV broadcast right there in the app. Listen to our radio broadcasts as well. You can go to KNB.com under the Sports tab or simply download it in the Apple or Google Play Store. And now Schlevy, the lefty, with fielders charging from first and third base. Leadoff runner is Paez. And Schlevy shows bunt. That stays in the box. A fair ball. Throw to first. Not in time. Not in time. And Scottsbluff has their first base hit of the night. And all of a sudden, a scoring opportunity with runners at first and second. A little bit of small ball right there. Turns into a base hit. And now Talara Kinsey shows bunt. She'll pull the bat back and wait on the pitch. It goes back to the bunt and fouls it over near our Logos broadcast booth. 2-0 lead for Gering. Kinsey checks the play card on her left wrist. Head coach Michael Gentry with the signal. The pitch to Kinsey shows bunt. Can't make contact. Now no balls and 2 strikes. Paez, big smile on her face. Looks a little gimpy out at second base, getting back to the bag. Keep an eye on that. And the pitch to Kinsey. There's a called strike, 5th K of the night for Maddie Weiss. 3 of the 5 have been looking. Now back to the top of the lineup in a tough spot here for Alex Jones, the left-handed hitter. Usually going to have that platoon advantage as a lefty hitter at the high school ranks, but with Weiss in the circle, makes things a little bit more difficult to pitch. Lays down a bunt. That'll go foul. Island scoops it up as it rolls across the foul line. Weiss gets ahead in the count, 0-1. Mariah Avila waits in the on-deck circle now for Scottsbluff. Weiss recently struck out 14 to set a new school record. Now no balls and 2 strikes. Had 2 Ks in the first, 2 more last inning. And she's got 1 here so far in the third. Popped up. Is it playable? It is for Splatstoser over near the third base dugout right in front of her teammates. And a big second out as Jones pops out in foul territory to the catcher. Anna Splatstoser. Just like that, quickly 2 away. And runners still at first and second for Scottsbluff. Got a good bat at the dish, though. Mariah Avila looking for a big 2-out knock here to get Scottsbluff on the board for the first time tonight. Brady Lockemer on deck for the Cats. The pitch from Weiss popped up foul. Our direction out of play. Avila struck out swinging in the first, her first time up. Maddie Weiss misses high with a fastball. Good job popping up out of her stance. Her crouch behind the plate, Splatstoser. And the pitch from Weiss. High fastball as Avila swings at what would have been ball 2. So from what would have been 2-1, now 1-2, and Avila's going to have to protect at home. The pitch from Weiss. Fastball got away, hit off one of the poles behind home plate, got back to Splatstoser pretty quickly, and the runners scurry back to their respective bags at first and second. Schlevy at first, reached on a bunt single. Paez reached on a free pass to start the inning. Scottsbluff with the 1 hit. Gering also with just 1 hit tonight. And Avila down swinging for the second time in our ball game. We've played 2.5. Scottsbluff strands a pair in their half of the 3rd inning here in the top of the 3rd. Gering with the lead 2-0 right now after 2.5 innings of play at Oregon Trail Park on the West Coast scoreboard.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scottsbluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout our region as a community hospital, a regional referral center, and a Level 2 trauma center. Thank you for trusting your health care to Regional West Medical Center.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
we move to the bottom of the 3rd tonight here at Oregon Trail Park in Gering. The Bulldogs leading Scottsbluff by the score of 2-0. They got 2 last inning as they had runners on base with 2 outs and a routine ground ball to Maddie Johnston at third base. Throw a little bit high. Paez could not get the glove up in time to secure the throw. And 2 unearned runs came across the score for the Bulldogs. It'll be Riley Dean, Callista Muir, and Kelsey Bonsack, the 3 hitters due in the 3rd for Tim Gonzalez and Gering. Schallenberger back to work in the circle, and she delivers a first pitch, off-speed pitch for a strike called. Maddie Johnston, the 3rd sacker, moves about a step or 2 in front of the bag at her post. Behind the plate is Reagan Churchill tonight. There's a chopper right to Johnston. Double clutches, still has plenty of time. And the throw on target to Paez quickly 1 away. Off the bat of Briley Dean. That'll bring up Callista Muir. She flied out to center field in the 1st. Runners tagged and moved to 2nd and 3rd base, but Schallenberger stranded both, getting Bonsack swinging. The pitch to Muir. Called strike. 2-0 lead for Gering, trying to pick up their 9th straight win. Schallenberger struck out 2 in the 1st, 2 last inning. She's got 4. Well out in front of that changeup as Muir rolls one over near the third base coach's box to her head coach. 6 strikeouts for Weiss, and Schallenberger's tallied 4. The pitch to Callista Muir. Outside. Ball and 2 strikes the count on Callista Muir. Muir came in hitting .351 on the season. And the pitch from Schallenberger. High pop. And Reagan Churchill, mask on, makes the play to the right of home plate. Out number 2. Two up, 2 down for Gering in their half of the third. Kelsey Bonsack, the hitter. She struck out, ending the bottom of the first inning. And left runners on at second and third. 2-0 lead for the Bulldogs. The pitch to Bonsack. TV coverage tonight, TV only at Keaney B for this one. Glad to have you watching. Allo Channel 15, Mobius Channel 1500. 2-0 the count now on Kelsey Bonsack. Kimber Schallenberger looking for her first 1-2-3 inning of the night. And the righty delivers low in the dirt, ball 3. On deck is Jessica Brown. If Bonsack can reach, Churchill behind the plate. Schallenberger in the circle. She steps to the edge of the circle on the backside of the rubber. Now back to work she'll go. Outfield pretty much straight away. And there's a called strike on Kelsey Bonsack. Won the count, Schallenberger. And Bonsack didn't get all of it. That'll drop in, a little looping base hit into left center field. Eventually picked up there by Avila. And Bonsack has the base knock into short left center. And a 2-out base runner for the Bulldogs. 1 for 2 night working for Bonsack. Their second hit of the game. Both have been singles, and that'll bring in Jessica Brown. Bonsack the runner at first, 2 away. Schallenberger got Dean on a ground ball to Johnston at third. And then a foul pop off the bat of Muir caught by the catcher, Churchill. And the 2-out free pass issued, the base hit into a little blue pat in the left center. Got in on her hands, but the strength of Bonsack able to fight it off and dump it into left for that base hit. 0-1 count on Brown. Schallenberger. Off-speed pitch. Ball gets past Churchill, and Bonsack will move up to second base. And now they've got a runner in scoring position. That'll be a pass ball on Churchill. (0-2) count, so little tricky now with a runner at second base. Bonsack signals in with a fist pump to her teammate at the plate, Brown. Base hit could make it 3-0 the pitch. And missing inside. The Scottsbluff dugout thought it was strike 3. 1-2 the count. A 2-0 lead for Gering, trying to tack on one more extra one here in the third. A 2-strike pass ball moments ago. Bonsack now at second. Schallenberger tries to polish off Gering here. A swing and a miss on a high heater that Brown could not catch up to. Schallenberger has struck out 5 so far through 3 innings. Works out of a little bit of a minor jam late in that frame. We have played 3 so far tonight at Oregon Trail Park in Gering, and the homestanding Bulldogs lead Scottsbluff 2-0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
There's a place where folks still play with fire. The common ground between backyard barbecue heroes and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged, fire and flavor come together, and new techniques are perfected. Here in Big Green Egg Country, cooking is still treated as an art form. And since the most versatile grill you'll ever own comes with a lifetime warranty, you'll always have the ultimate cooking experience.
Visit the Experts at Paul Reed Construction, your authorized Big Green Egg dealer.
World champion bullfighter Dusty Tuckness has a lot to think about at work. He looks into the eyes of real angry bulls for a living. But Dusty wouldn't trade this job despite some really hard days at work. At home, Dusty's world is quiet and comfortable. Dusty leaves his boots, his hat, and his hard day at the door every day, and so can you. Renewal by Anderson windows and patio doors keep the outside out. They're the best of the best, installed by local people who care. Renewal by Anderson. It's good to be home.
Do you remember last winter? We do. And winter is just around the corner. And right now, when you replace your windows or doors with Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming, you'll save $1,000 with the purchase of 3 or more windows or doors. Save an additional 5% when you make your purchase at the initial consultation. Plus, no down payment, no monthly payments, and no interest for 12 months. Only from Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming. Call 307-215-7493 before the winter chill hits your home.
First pitch swinging here in the top of the 4th inning for Brady Lockemer, and she pops one out on the infield for the first out of the inning. So an 0 for 2 night. For Lockemer, and now Taylor Klein, the hitter. She popped out. Little infield pop to the second baseman, Brown, her first time up. Quickly, one away, and Klein takes ball 2. 2-0 the count on the Scottsbluff second baseman, hitting over 600 on the season. Here's the pitch from Weiss. And the count moves to 3-0 now on Taylor Klein. 654 her average coming into play tonight. Her and her mates trail Gering 2-0. One out in the top of the 4th. The pitch from the lefty. And Weiss delivers a called strike. Johnston in the on-deck circle for the Bearcats. Little chopper, and Brown fields. Little toss to first base, and an easy out there as Brady snags the soft throw from Brown at second. And just like that, 2 away for Scottsbluff. Here in the 4th inning, 2-0 lead for the Bulldogs. Just the one hit on the night for Scottsbluff. That came off the bat of Tierney Schlevy, and it did not go very far. A bunt single. She was really just trying to sacrifice the runner to second and wound up dropping down an infield single on the bunt. Pitch from Weiss. And just like that, an 0-2 count on Maddie Johnston. Weiss had 6 strikeouts, 2 each in the first 3 innings. And the pitch from the lefty, Maddie Weiss. Got it. Strikeout number 7 on the night. A very quick 1-2-3 frame on the hit in the circle for Maddie Weiss. After 3.5 innings of play here tonight, we're halfway home at Oregon Trail Park in Gering with the Bulldogs on top of Scottsbluff 2-0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Sometimes events in life are planned. Others, a happy surprise. No matter what life change you're navigating, whether you're getting married or just want a bigger yard for your pup, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. Retirement. A new season in life where you can change how you live it. And something easier, convenient, that feels just right. When it's time, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Okay, nobody panic! Save the sandwiches! We pray for this!
These aren't your average squirt some sauce on them and call them barbecue sandwiches. The bacon is hand sprinkled with brown sugar, and the sauce is made with Kentucky bourbon aged in charred oak barrels, and the meats are perfectly smoked.
Oh no!
Arby's, we have the meats.
We're back on KNEB.TV tonight, Allo Channel 15 and Mobius Channel 1500. A 2-0 lead for Gering as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Bulldogs got their 2 runs in the second on a 2-out throwing error from Matty Johnston, the third baseman, that allowed 2 runs to come in and score. Really, that's the difference right now between the Gering lead and a scoreless ball game between these 2 rivals. Kimber Schallenberger, the starting pitcher, back to work in the circle here for the Cats. She's allowed just those 2 unearned runs, and she struck out 5. Leading things off is Splatstoser. She struck out looking for the first out of the second. Splatstoser, Todd, and Abigail Brady, the 3 hitters do for Gering here in their half of the fourth. 2-0 Bulldogs. Splatstoser, infield grounder, fielded cleanly by Schallenberger, who wheels and deals to Paez for the first out. So Todd will stand in. She has the only hit of the night for Gering. Oh, yeah, 2 hits on the night. You had Bonsack drop that single into left last inning. Pair of singles so far for the Bulldogs on the night. They lead 2-0. Schallenberger, as Todd steps back into the box, she hits with that back foot or right foot, the very back of the batter's box, right in front of where that chalk line would be. It's about disappeared here a little over halfway through tonight's contest. Start time change for Scottsbluff football tomorrow night at Bearcat Stadium. Possible severe weather later in the evening, so they've gone from a 7 o'clock start to a 6 o'clock start for their home game against the Sterling Tigers. 2-1 the count as Schallenberger works against Ashlyn Todd, the designated player. Schallenberger fouls that one off to the backstop. One out. Gering has 2 singles on the night. The one bunt single for Scottsbluff. We've got ourselves a nice little pitcher's duel here at Oregon Trail Park. Schallenberger misses away. On deck is Abigail Brady. Schallenberger delivers home, and Todd fouls that one up and out of play. Back over the screen. We'll do it all again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gering at the North Platte Classic over the weekend coming up. Scottsbluff will be at the Northwest get together in Grand Island. Swing and a miss on one in the dirt. And they'll complete the strikeout with the throw to first base. So 6 Ks tonight for Schallenberger. 2 in the second, 2 in the first, 1 last inning, and now her 6th coming here in the 4th. Lead stays 2-0. In steps Abigail Brady. She struck out swinging for the second out of the second inning. And that's 14 hitting, so Victoria Brady at the plate. She'll get her first AB here in the 4th inning. So Victoria in for Abigail. 2-0 is our score. 1-0 count, the pitch from Schallenberger. Lost track of the strike zone on that one. Head coach Tim Gonzalez trying to keep the batting mechanics in order for just about all of these hitters between pitches. And now Victoria Brady hit by the pitch. Schallenberger hit Dean in the first, hit Brown in the second, and now connects with Victoria Brady in the fourth. Meeting in the circle. Back to the top of the lineup now for Gering and Maddie Weiss with 2 outs and 1 aboard. Weiss stands up in the box from the left side. First pitch strike from Schallenberger to Maddie Weiss. Splatstoser grounded back to Schallenberger. Todd struck out, 2 outs, and the pitch. Floats one high and inside, breaking for second. Tag applied, but not in time. A stolen base for Victoria Brady. So a runner in scoring position now with 2 away for Gering, as Weiss looks for a 2-out RBI knock. And the pitch from Schallenberger to Weiss. This ball looping into foul territory back of first, and just not hit high enough for any of the defenders to get there for the Bearcats. Klein and Paez gave chase. Ball and 2 strikes to count on Weiss. Kimber Schallenberger looks for the put-away pitch. This ball is hit well, out to center, drifting back and making the catch shy of the wall. In center field is Mariah Vila. So Scottsbluff works down to the inning unscathed. We've played 4 complete here at Oregon Trail Park tonight. And still Gering leading Scottsbluff 2-0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Are you ready to join the celebration? Then what are you waiting for? Switch to Viero today and find out exactly why we're better. More towers than the competition. Convenient stores in your neighborhood. Friendly, helpful customer service, and top phones at excellent values, such as the iPhone XR for free. That's right, get a free iPhone XR when you purchase any other iPhone of equal or greater value. Viero Wireless, your better choice for wireless service.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
We are back tonight on KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 15, and Mobius Channel 1500. A 2-0 lead right now for the Gering Bulldogs over Scottsbluff. As we move to the top of the 5th inning, due up, it'll be Kimber Schallenberger, then Sasha Paez hits second, and Tierney Schlevy. Those 3 due for the Lady Cats here in the 5th as we are through the halfway point of this matchup. And Maddie Weiss has been outstanding in the circle once again tonight for Gering. She struck out 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 last inning. She's got 7, and an early swinging strike delivered to Schallenberger. Weiss, the lefty, struck out 14 recently to set a new school record for Ks in a game. Fastball, swing, and a miss. 0-2 count. And a fastball taken high by Schallenberger. So far tonight, Schallenberger in one at bat. She struck out swinging to end the proceedings in the second for the Cats. 1-2 pitch, Weiss to Schallenberger. And she goes down swinging for the second time tonight. That'll bring up Sasha Paez, who reached on a free pass and was stranded at second. Scottsbluff got the leadoff walk in the third from Paez, and then the bunt single from Schleve, their only hit of the night. So they had first and second, no one out, back-to-back, or then a strikeout, a foul pop, retired to the leadoff hitter Jones, and then Avila went down swinging for the second time. So she got into some trouble and quickly out of it, did Maddie Weiss. 0-1 the count now on Paez, the pitch. Make it no balls and 2 strikes, and like any great pitcher at any level, the longer you let them go without getting to them, the stronger they get, and that appears to be the case again here tonight with Maddie Weiss. Had some early 3-ball counts, got out of the first unscathed, left runners, or I didn't allow a base runner, but had 3-1, 3-2, and 3-2 on the first 3 hitters of the night, and then left 2 stranded into the third. Other than that, a little control early in the 2 base runners. There's been nothing going on offensively for Scottsbluff. Another strikeout. Paez goes down swinging. She's up to 9 punch-outs on the night. And now Schleve, who's been credited with the only hit of the night, and it traveled about 2.5 feet. A bunt base hit, her first time up in the third inning. Schleve gets a run in the box at it. And falls behind. No balls and 1 strike. That one low, 1-1. If Schleve reaches, it's Talara Kinsey on deck. And another bunt. Weiss wheels, fires to first. Schleve reaches on the bunt single. Throw gets away, slides in safely at second. Now Scottsbluff with a 2-out. Base runner at second base. They knew it was coming, did Gering. Reacted quickly, but runners get to bases quickly here in softball. And Schleve from the left side going to get there about a step or 2 quicker than a right-handed hitter would. So being able to drop down those bunts as a left-handed hitter in this sport, and you can do some damage. And she's got both hits tonight. Both have been bunt singles for Tierney Schleve for Scottsbluff. And then the throwing error from Weiss allowed Schleve to advance to second base. Kinsey the hitter, and it's a ball and a strike to count on Talara Kinsey. Kinsey came into play tonight hitting .333, 7 for 21 officially. She's only struck out 4 times, so good chance she's going to put the bat on the ball here in a moment. Pretty good setup right now. Problem is you've got a big-time strikeout pitcher in the circle in Weiss trying to eliminate everything with no contact. Called strike. It's now 2-2 the count. We struck out the first 2 hitters of the inning, Schallenberger and Paez. The bunt single throwing air has Schleve on it second. 2 outs in the 2-2 pitch. And that'll do it for Scottsbluff. They'll have to throw to first. They complete the strikeout. And she strikes out the side, gives up the bunt single as Maddie Weiss is on some kind of roll once again here tonight. She has 10 Ks through 5, and again, that school record at 14. She set that mark not too far back. We are through 4.5 tonight at Oregon Trail Park, and Gering leading 2-0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Known previously as Angela's Bridal and Boutique in downtown Scottsbluff, now tuxedos and men's formal wear by Angela's. Brought to you by Weborg 21 Center. We are excited to offer you more one-on-one customer service. Whether you need a tux for the wedding, a suit for the office, or you're just ready to step up your everyday fashion. And don't forget our second location. Angela's Boutique is now located at Bianco & Company in downtown Scottsbluff, still empowering women to look and feel their most confident. The same great boutique, now just down the street.
When we combine our energy, we're able to accomplish incredible things and take on the greatest challenges. We're stronger than we could have ever been alone because our energy works better together. Tri-State and Wheatbelt Public Power District. Brighter, stronger, better together.
Getting late here at Oregon Trail Park here in Gering as we move to the bottom of the fifth inning. Bulldogs on top of the Bearcats by the score of 2-0. Gering scored their only 2 runs of the night on a throwing error, so 2 unearned runs scored in the bottom of the second, and that's our difference so far here in this one. 2-0 lead for Gering. They will send to the plate Kiana Island, Briley Dean, and Callista Muir, 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup, so a chance to get a little rally started here for Gering and tack on to an already 2-0 lead. Island looks at one down low in the dirt. One-0 count. Schallenberger home. Misses outside. 2-0. Strength on strength here tonight. Weiss against this Scottsbluff lineup, and so far Weiss winning the duel 2-0, and she has struck out 10 through 5. Island rips one into center. Charging to make the play is Mariah Avila. Nice play on the run by the Scottsbluff center fielder. And that'll bring up Briley Dean with one out. So Island now 0 for 3, a strikeout included. Dean was hit by a pitch, officially 0 for 1. She grounded to Johnston, leading off the bottom of the third inning. Schallenberger, that ball is into center field, a base hit for Briley Dean with one out. Third hit of the night for Gering. All 5 hits in this ball game have been singles. Callista Muir will hit. Muir flied to center and popped out in foul territory to the catcher Reagan Churchill. So Dean at first. She's been on twice tonight, hit by that pitch in the first inning, and now aboard with a line drive ground ball single into center. Nothing lead for the Bulldogs. The pitch from Schallenberger called strike. Kimber has been solid tonight in the circle for Scottsbluff. Has not allowed an earned run. Had 2 outs in the second. Got a ground ball off the bat. It turned into a throwing error and a 2-run play for the Bulldogs. 2-0 lead for Gering. We play bottom of the fifth. 0-2 count. Now on Callista Muir. Dean, the runner at first base. And the pitch from Schallenberger. Low in the dirt. And she about picked that one up. Took a hack, made some contact. Count stays 0-2. For Scottsbluff, if you're looking ahead to the top of the 6th, it'll be Jones, Avila, and Lockemer, the top 3 in the lineup. Good play by Mariah Avila. 2 hitters back on a line drive into center to start this inning out. using her speed. I mean, she got there with ease on that play. Schallenberger trying to keep her and her teammates close in this one. They trail 2-0. The pitch, and took a little bit off and hung it a little bit outside. Ball and 2 strikes the count. Glad to have you on board tonight. KDB.TV coverage. Allo Channel 15. You could be watching there on Mobius on Channel 1500. And the count now moves to 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2, 1 out. Dean, the runner at first for Gering. 2-0 lead for the Bulldogs. We play bottom of the 5th. 5 hits total in this game. 2 bunt singles for Scottsbluff's Tierney Schlevy, and 3 singles for Gering at the dish. One from Dean moments ago. Popped up, hustling over near the third base dugout. Unable to make the play is Maddie Johnston. So a new life for Callista Muir. As Bonsack exited the on-deck circle to give Johnston a play on it and just could not glove it. And Schallenberger will have to deliver another 3-2 pitch. 1 out, the base runner right now for the Bulldogs. And ball 4. And Muir's aboard. That'll bring up Bonsack tonight for Kelsey Bonsack. Struck out swinging to end the first for Gering. And she dumped a little base hit into left field, got jammed, fought it off, showed some strength, and singled into left. Her second time up in the third. Runners at first and second. High pop, foul territory, diving for it, unable to make the play, Taylor Klein. And the count on Bonsack now, we start out 0-1. Off-speed pitch. That ball will stay in play, but Churchill could not locate it in time to get the glove position to make the catch. And the count, it was tough. Thought maybe it would get up off the top of the backstop and roll out a play. Instead stayed in, but Churchill unable to snag it. No balls and 2 strikes the count. Bonsack settles back in from the right side. Waits on Schallenberger. The 0-2 count and a 2-0 lead for Gering. This one in the dirt. Good stop by Churchill. And that keeps runners at first and second. This feels like a key spot. If Scottsbluff's going to have a chance, they might need to make sure they throw a 0 up on the board here, especially with the way Weiss is pitching in the circle tonight for Gering. Schallenberger lines one into right, base hit. They will wave in Dean. Muir goes from first to third, and the throw is wild. Second run comes in to score. Bonsack moves to second, and Gering takes a 4-0 lead on the RBI single from Bonsack. The throwing miscue out and right from Jones. 2 runs come in to score. And Gering in front. Four nothing. So Bonsack picks up an RBI. And takes second on the miscue on the wild throw to third. 1 out. And the lead 4-0 for the homestanding Bulldogs tonight. Showing bunt is Jessica Brown. 1-0 count, the pitch from Schallenberger. In the dirt, and Bonsack aggressively slides in safely at third. So Brown can look to swing away right now, and the hitters count 2-0 with the runner at third and just one out. And Brown will have a quick meeting with head coach Tim Gonzalez. We'll see what the play is coming out of this conversation. Michael Gentry will leave the Scottsbluff dugout, and he'll have a meeting in the circle with Schallenberger, Churchill in the infield. 4-0 the lead for the Bulldogs right now. Monument Physical Therapy, they can keep you in the game. Monument Physical Therapy in Gering and Morrill offers the Bumps and Bruises program. That's one free consultation and one free follow-up for all area athletes. Monument Physical Therapy in Gering and Morrill. 4-0 the score. Scottsbluff and Gering for the Bulldogs tonight. 2 unearned runs in the second. And they just got another 2 spots so far here in the fifth. RBI single moments ago from Bonsack. Second run came in to score on a throwing error. 4-0. And with Maddie Weiss dialing it up in the circle right now, 10 Ks through her 5 innings. 10 of the 15 outs via the K tonight for Weiss. She's been outstanding. So Schallenberger back on the horse, delivers home. Jessica Brown takes a strike. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now. Schallenberger works to Jessica Brown, the second baseman for Gering. Bulldogs trying to win their 9th straight game. Go from 4-5 to 13-5 if they can hold on. This bunt laid down and trickles foul near home plate. Another insurance run waiting at third base in the person of Kelsey Bonsack. RBI single earlier this inning. Took second on a wild throw, took third on a wild pitch. Popped up foul. Two count. As Schallenberger gets sent to go back to work. A 4-0 lead for Gering. The pitch from Kimber Schallenberger. And this one popped up back of home plate. One out, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at third is Bonsack. This ball is popped into short left. Excellent play by Lockemer, the shortstop, to glove it for the out. Tagging and scoring with ease is Kelsey Bonsack. So Brown, good job to put the bat on the ball, gets a sac fly. Bases are empty, and an RBI for Brown. And a 3-run 5th inning so far for Gering. They lead 5-0. Two outs, no one aboard. It'll be Jones, Avila, and Lockemer, the top 3 in the lineup for Scottsbluff when they take their turn at the plate here in the 6th inning. After the 3rd out's recorded. Standing in is Splatstoser, struck out looking and grounded back to Schallenberger in the circle. The pitch. Splatstoser takes a strike, 1-1 the count. Football tomorrow night. Gering will play at Hastings. Josh Hyatt and the Bulldogs got that win over Torrington. Convincing 34-0 win at home last Friday night. They'll head to play the Hastings Tigers. A 2-1 team. We'll have that one with Jeff Kelly on 960 and 100.3 tomorrow night. 5:30 as that one comes out of the Central Time Zone. Also now a 5:30 pregame start on TV and 101.7 The Trail for Scottsbluff and Sterling. Kickoff at 6 at Bearcat Stadium. They move the game up an hour late this afternoon due to some possible severe weather in the region tomorrow night. Little infield looper. Did not get it over the head of Schallenberger, who gloves it for the third and final out of the bottom of the 5th. Through 5 tonight at Oregon Trail Park. And right now it's all Gering, 5-0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Lee's Heads.
Bye, Mom. Have fun. Maybe next weekend.
Don't put off till next weekend what you can enjoy doing today. With the affordable John Deere 3E Series, you can handle any job on your property and turn that chore list from to-do to done.
Looks like we had nothing to worry about.
Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Late inning action on the way here from Oregon Trail Park in Gering. Scottsbluff now trailing Gering 5-0 as the homestanding Bulldogs in great shape, it would appear. The 5-run lead, Maddie Weiss doing her thing in the circle. She's got 10 Ks through 5. She'll deal with Alex Jones, a left-handed hitter, then Mariah Avila and Brady Lockheimer. So 1, 2, 3 in the lineup for Scottsbluff. So if they've got a rally in them, you would think it would be right here with the top of the order due in the 6th inning. So far tonight for Weiss, 2 Ks in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth. She struck out 3 in the 5th. Here she goes. This ball is lined foul by about a foot down the left field line. As Jones went the opposite way down the third base line, could not drop it in fair territory. Open stance from Jones. The pitch. That ball lined into center. A leadoff base hit as Alex Jones starts the rally here for Scottsbluff. That's their first base hit that isn't a bunt so far tonight. Schleve had the first 2 hits of the night on bunt singles that traveled a combined, the first one was about 2.5 feet. The second one maybe 10 to 15. And this was a line drive single for Jones off the bat to center. So leadoff base runner, just the 3rd hit of the night for the Bearcats. Weiss deals with Mariah Avila. She struck her out twice so far tonight. Both times swinging, both times on high fastballs. To record the K, on deck Lockheimer. Here's the pitch from Weiss. 1-0, make it 2-0. Five to nothing. So that leadoff base runner doesn't feel as threatening right now for Weiss after her and her mates plated 3 in the bottom of the 5th. Avila takes a strike. There's a called strike to Mariah Avila. Ball and 2 strikes our count. And check that, 2-2 on the scoreboard. 5-0 lead for Gering. 2 unearned runs in the second. They just got 3 in the 5th. Pair of RBIs for Bonsack. And now Avila goes down looking as Weiss records her 11th strikeout of the night. 3rd punch out of Avila. And now Brady Lockheimer, she struck out looking and popped out on the infield her 2nd time up in the 4th. She's 0 for 2. Still a runner at first. That's Alex Jones. 5-0 Gering, Weiss, and Lockemer. Two of the best you're going to find in the Panhandle. Weiss with a called strike on the fastball. Trying to improve her record to 9-4 on the season. This ball is skied. That'll get out of play. First base side. For more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving their clients' personal financial goals. Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Remember, together, you'll go far. Weiss cannot finish off Lockemer on that pitch. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alex Jones led this 6th inning off for Scottsbluff with a hard-hit single into center. Avila struck out looking moments ago, and now Lockemer with the count 2-2. Little pop, back of second, and gloved for the second out of the inning by Jessica Brown. So the leadoff base hit, now back-to-back outs, a strikeout and a pop-out on the infield, and Weiss has just about gotten herself out of trouble here in the 6th inning. She's allowed 2 bunt singles and a base hit moments ago to Jones. That is it. And she has struck out 11 in the ball game. The pitch, Klein gets into one, skies it deep left center. That one is gone. A 2-run homer. First of the year for Taylor Klein as she touches up Maddie Weiss. A 2-run blast to left center field. Scottsbluff is on the board. Now a 5-2 lead for Gering as the Bearcats try and scrap their way back into it. The leadoff single for Jones, and then with 2 outs, Taylor Klein goes yard. So Jones scores on the 2-run shot from Klein. And that 3-run inning looming large now. 2-run shot for Klein, 1 for 3 on the night. Base is empty. And now Tim Gonzalez will head to the circle to have a quick conversation, check in on Maddie Weiss and see how she's feeling. 5-2 our score as Gering's got the 3-run lead. 2 in the 2nd, 3 in the 5th, and now Scottsbluff connects for 2 runs here in the 6th inning. They've got 4 hits, 2 bunt singles from Schleve. Jones a base hit to lead off this 6th inning. And now Klein a 2-run shot out to left center. And Maddie Johnston will hit as the conversation in the circle wraps up with Coach Gonzalez and his kids. Johnston has struck out twice, once looking in the 3rd, or in the 2nd, and again swinging in the 4th. Chance for Scottsbluff back within 3. (5-2) the lead. And Weiss with the count 1-1 on Maddie Johnston. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Weiss trying to get out of this inning, unable to do so. Behind on the fastball, and a little line drive that got between the first baseman and the first base bag and into short right field. So a 2-out knock for Maddie Johnston. Inning continues for Scottsbluff. And now stepping in to hit So we'll see Keela Peters right now, a sophomore. She's thrown the second most innings on this roster for Scottsbluff. She's going to get the at-bat right now in place of Kimber Schallenberger. Peters so far this year, 3 for 8, hitting .375 on the year. And the pitch from Weiss, a strike. Pass ball, and taking second base is Maddie Johnston. So Peters with the stick. Behind in the count, 0-1, the pitch from Weiss. Make it no balls and 2 strikes. A 5-2 lead for Gering. Scottsbluff able to get onto the scoreboard for the first time tonight here in this top of the 6th. A 2-run blast from Taylor Klein. The pitch from Weiss. As Splatstoser held it there, hoping to get the call. But it's a 1-2 count. Runner in scoring position for the Cats. This ball hit well. Out to left, drifting back and making the play is Kelsey Bonsack, the left fielder. So a nice play in left by Bonsack going back on the ball. Scottsbluff gets 2. They still trail by 3. It's the homestanding Gering High Bulldogs tonight at Oregon Trail Park, leading their rivals Scottsbluff 5-2 right now on the West Coast scoreboard.
With warmer weather comes warmer vehicles. Let the professionals at High Tech Automotive help you with your automotive checking, maintenance, and repair so the heat doesn't beat your vehicle. Take your vehicle to High Tech Auto Service between Baumgart's and Frank Parts, 632-2731.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering. Scottsbluff tries to get themselves back into this ball game with a 2-run home run from Taylor Klein in the top of the 6th inning. Gering still leading by 3, 5-2, and that 3-run inning they had in the bottom of the 5th now really looks big in this one. 5-2 Bulldogs. Kimber Schallenberger has been solid tonight in the circle for the Bearcats, and she'll go back to work. It's Ashlyn Todd to lead things off. Schallenberger delivers low, but swinging and missing is Ashlyn Todd. Johnston at third base, plays in front of the bag. Paez even with the bag at first, maybe a half step, maybe a step in front. Schallenberger the pitch. Misses outside. Three-run lead, a little bit of a cushion right now for Gering, even after the 2-run shot from Klein. Schallenberger fields her position well, and soft toss over to Paez, one away. Victoria Brady hitting for the second time. Here in the ball game. She was hit by a pitch and stole a base last inning. Let's go, 1-0 count. And Scottsbluff's final attempt to get even or take a lead in the 7th inning, it'll be Paez, Schleve, and Kinsey. Pitch from Schallenberger. Called strike. 1-1 the count. And the pitch from Schallenberger, swing and a miss from Victoria Brady. One out, no one aboard. Schallenberger. And an off-speed pitch, crossed home plate, a little too high for Blue behind the dish. 5-2 lead for Gering. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Todd grounded back to Schallenberger. Now a 2-2 even up count on Brady. She smokes 1 foul out of play. Back to the top with Weiss on deck. Brady waits, and a called strike 3 to Victoria Brady. Seventh punch out of the night for Kimber Schallenberger. Most of those early. 2 in the first, 2 more in the second. She had 5 through 3. And now Maddie Weiss, the hitter. Walk, stranded at third in the first inning. Reached on an air, stranded at second in the second. And flied out to Avila her last time up. Weiss will look to complete the game in the circle for Gering, you would assume, when we get to the top half of the 7th. 2 outs, no one on for Gering. Weiss against Schallenberger. Each other's opposite number here tonight. This ball going the other way and lining it into left and overrunning it, but then reaching back to make a sliding diving catch the opposite way is the left fielder. Great play out there by Tierney Schleve. That ball had a lot of tail back towards the left field line on it. She overran it, but able to reach back and make the play while sliding towards center field. So, all in all, an athletic-looking play for Schleve on the 3rd out of the inning. We've played 6 tonight. Gering looks to wrap it up with Weiss in the circle. When we come back, a 5-2 lead for Gering on the West Coast.
Whether you're watching the game at home with 9 friends or at the stadium with 90,000, we're cheering right alongside you.
Here at Allo, we believe the best fans deserve the best service.
And we believe this is the year.
This is the year. This is the year. And now.
And now is the time.
So never miss a play and experience game day with service provided by Nebraskans for Nebraskans. Switch today and upgrade your football season with fiber internet, TV, and phone from Allo.
Bye, Mom. Have fun.
Maybe next weekend.
Don't put off till next weekend what you can enjoy doing today. With the affordable John Deere 3E Series, you can handle any job on your property and turn that chore list from to-do to done.
Looks like we had nothing to worry about.
Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Gering looks to close out this ball game tonight and pick up a rivalry win over Scottsbluff. A little crosstown action here tonight. Bulldogs lead the Bearcats by the score of 5-2. Maddie Weiss back to work for Gering. He has struck out 11, and leading things off here for Scottsbluff is Hope Shaneman, pinch hitting for Sasha Paez. Maddie Weiss now with the count 1-1 on Scheineman. Hope Scheineman so far this year with a batting average of 200 and makes some contact off Weiss. So if nothing else, that'll give her a little bit of a confidence boost knowing that she can put the bat on the ball against the talented left-hander from Gering. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Weiss looks for her 12th K of the night. In the dirt, 2-2. TV coverage tonight, Allo Channel 15, Mobius Channel 1500. We'll have runs a post-game show for you afterwards. Here's the pitch from Weiss. Popped up. That will just miss the top of the first base dugout. Count holds, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Weiss gave up the 2-run home run to Taylor Klein in the top of the 6th inning. That's all that Scottsbluff's been able to manage tonight off the lefty. And there is a called strike 3 as Scheineman goes down looking. 12 Ks tonight. And now Tierney Schleve. She's been a very small menace tonight for Weiss, and I say small in length of 2 base hits, about 20 feet combined on a pair of bunt singles. Called strike as Schleve watches one go by. Running up on a slap hit attempt. Left-hander on left-hander. Weiss delivers home. Ball high and wide. 1-1 the count. Another called strike as Schleve falls behind, 1-2. Weiss tied that school record with 14 Ks recently. And this is a little looper into short left, a little slapper for Schleve, and she's now 3 for 3 off Maddie Weiss here in the ball game. Tonight's starting catcher, Reagan Churchill, now will hit for Kinsey. Schleve aboard, a 3-run cushion right now for the Bulldogs. Need 1 more base runner here to bring the tying run to the plate. Churchill, a right-handed hitter, stands in. And a swing and a foul ball back to the screen. Churchill hitting .292 entering action tonight. 7 for 24 on the season. She's driven in 5. They need another base runner. And the pitch. Churchill now behind, no balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Alex Jones. Churchill hits one in the air, out to right, and coming on and dropping the ball. Can they get the force at second? They do. So dropping it in right. Was Schlotthauer. And Schleve was not really halfway up the track towards second, and they get the force out on Schleve. That force out will go 9-6 on the fielder's choice. Now we're going to get a pinch runner on. So Canseco on to pinch run here in the Top of the 7th for Churchill, the catcher. Alex Jones, the leadoff hitter in the lineup for Scottsbluff. She's made contact in all 3 of her at-bats tonight. Ground out, pop out, and a single. There's a little roller. Island to retire the side and finish things off tonight. A 5-3 ground out to end the game off the bat of Alex Jones. And the final score as Gering wins it here at Oregon Trail Park tonight by the count of 5-2 over their arch rival from across town, Scottsbluff. 5-2 victory tonight for Gering over Scottsbluff. We'll get to a quick runs of post-game show when we come back right after this on KNEB.
The 23rd Annual Harvest Festival at Legacy of the Plains is September 21st and 22nd. This year, their featured crop is sugar beets. Starting at 9 a.m. both days, enjoy potato digging, live music, a horse and tractor parade, food vendors, wagon rides, and watch a live demonstration of hand, horse, and machine sugar beet and potato harvest. Large gift shop sale. Legacy's cookbook will be on sale with a bake sale on Saturday and church service on Sunday starting at 9. The 23rd Annual Harvest Festival at Legacy of the Plains is September 21st and 22nd. This ad is sponsored by the Scottsbluff County Area Tourism Bureau.
Next Gen Outfitters, where the adventure begins and the tradition continues. When it comes to an online retailer, this is the new standard in authentic hunt, camp, and shoot. Born from over a century of outdoor experience, your online retailer, Next Gen Outfitters.
A final at Oregon Trail Park here in Gering tonight as the homestanding Bulldogs pick up their 9th straight win here as we start to come down the stretch of this high school softball season. 9 straight in the win column for Gering and head coach Tim Gonzalez. They get another outstanding pitching performance from talented left-hander Maddie Weiss as they win it tonight at home by the score of 5-2. Let's take a look here at check on the post-game numbers brought to you by Arby's. They're the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. We start with the visiting Scottsbluff Bearcats. They tally twice. Alex Jones goes 1 for 4 with a run scored. Mariah Avila 0 for 3. Same for Lockemer. Taylor Klein delivered the big blow of the night for Scottsbluff. Klein a 2-run home run in the 6th inning. 1 hit, the run, the 2 driven in. Maddie Johnston finishes 1 for 3 as well. Offers the rest of the way for Schallenberger and Paez. Peters and Shaneman each picked up pinch hit appearances and go 0 for 1. Tierney Schlevy 3 for 3. Pair of bunt singles and then an base hit in the 7th to kind of keep things alive. Talara Kinsey 0 for 2. Reagan Churchill finishes 0 for 1. In the circles, Kimber Schallenberger takes the loss, went all 6, allowed 4 hits, 5 runs, only 2 of those earned. She walked 2 and struck out 7. All things considered, a solid performance tonight for Kimber Schallenberger. To the Gering side, Maddie Weiss 0 for 3 with a walk. Kiana Island 0 for 3. Briley Dean scored a run, finished 1 for 2. Callista Muir goes 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Kelsey Bonsack drove in 2 runs, had 2 hits with a run scored, 2 for 3 night. Jessica Brown, an RBI 0 for 1 with a run scored. She struck out once. Splatstoser 0 for 3. Ashlyn Todd scored a run, finished 1 for 3. And Abigail Brady finished 0 for 1. And Victoria Brady goes 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch included. In the circle, the star of the night for Gering, Maddie Weiss. She throws the complete game, 7 innings, allowed the 2-run home run to Taylor Klein, but other than that was pretty much lights out. 6 hits, 2 runs, both were earned. She only walked 1, and she struck out 12. A dominant effort tonight in the circle for Maddie Weiss. Your final here at Oregon Trail Park tonight, 5-2. Gering wins it over Scottsbluff. We'll come back and name our Taco John's player of the game right after this on KNEB.TV.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more, tow more, go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Box Butte General Hospital continues our mission to lead and innovate in healthcare delivery and community wellness. But this isn't just a hospital. This is home to exceptional patient care. This is the greatest place to work, receive care, and practice medicine. This is innovation in action. This is community wellness. This is where specialty clinics fit your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. We are Box Butte General Hospital. This is us. Great things are happening here since 1976.
Back to wrap things up tonight on KDB.TV as Gering wins it at home 5-2 over Scottsbluff. Let's get to our Taco John's players of the game, one for each of these teams tonight. Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Gering make it a game day tradition with Taco John's and wrap the original before or after every game. A no-brainer for Gering. We'll go with Maddie Weiss in the circle. She strikes out 12 in the complete game win. Maddie Weiss, your player of the game tonight for the victorious Gering Bulldogs. Make it 9 straight. They're 13-5, and Scottsbluff's only 2 runs of the night come on a 2-run home run from Taylor Klein to kind of keep Scottsbluff in it in the 6th inning, and they were able to get a base runner or two in the 7th, but unable to get the tying run to the plate at any point in that 7th inning. And your final here tonight is 5-2. 9 straight wins for Gering, 13-5. Scottsbluff falls to 5-8. Again, your Taco John's players of the game: Scottsbluff's Taylor Klein and Gering's Maddie Weiss. Big thanks to everybody on our KDB.TV crew tonight, including producer on site Jonas and his crew. Big thanks to all you folks for tuning in and enjoying high school softball tonight on KDB.TV, Allo Channel 15, and Mobius Channel 1500. That'll do it from Oregon Trail Park. Gering a winner over Scottsbluff, 5-2 the final. Have a good rest of your Thursday night, everybody. So long and good night.